Okay. So just a little introduction. That's where I come from, south of France, Provence. Saint-Victoire.
Look at you.
I started with the FileMaker in 1997 at the Claris Tech Support in the UK. And that's where I met my husband, and since then we live FileMaker.
Do you have a microphone on? You're a little bit hard to hear.
Well.
Can you guys hear her in the back?
Can I hear?
Yeah, there's our mics on. There's mics so we can hear it recording.
Talk a bit. Okay, louder, please. So this is the agenda for the session. I will start with a little history about Claris Studio, and we will go back to basics. What's in Claris Studio, hubs, views, and fields, users and roles, and the thinking data FileMaker. So since the launch of Claris Studio in May 2022, there has been a lot of changes. So here's some key points of the updates. There are updates every month in average. So and it's on evolving. So as there will be a new view soon. So in Claris Studio, there's hubs. That's a collection of it's a group of views. That's where you can share data with others. And in a hub, there's views, and there's 8 different types of views. So the spreadsheet and form were the first ones, and there's the list detail, Kanban, list view, gallery, timeline, calendar, and dashboard, and we're going to make a recap of those. So first, this is the spreadsheet. From this view, you can import and export data, and you can create dashboards. The form view, that you must know, I think. That's the only view you can share publicly for the moment. And you can also set actions to different forms. And we'll see that. The list details is that organizes your records in lists on the left side, and you have the detail of the record on the right side. The Kanban I'll do a demo on this one. The list view, so that's the only view where you can have summary of your and summarize your records. A gallery view where you can put images, videos, and this timeline. That's used for task management mainly. The calendar, and finally the dashboard. The dashboard where you can only create it in the spreadsheet. So now we're going to do the demo. I choose to do demos live, not record them, to show you how simple and quite fast it can be to create hubs and views. So we're going to create a new hub. in this hub, we're going to create a spreadsheet. Here, we can leave it to spreadsheet. We're going to create it from scratch. And here in table action, I'm going to import some data. It's a list of invoices from companies to create a dashboard after that. So as you can only import a CSV, you don't have the field name. So it takes the first record as the name of the field. So we are going to rename all the field. So this new drop down is just short text. It's the date of the invoice. Invoice number. And ref as a short. Select drop downs by default because there's a list of data. So is not a number, it's currency.
You want to change that from 300
Amount.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I will change it after. So there's about 50 records. And the maximum you can import is 1,000. But it's a start because after that, you can, when you link it to FileMaker, you can add more. But we'll see that afterwards. Finished. Just going to change the name. And I'm going to create a dashboard. I will use the last type of charts that has been added in January. It's not by date, it's by me. It's the amount. So here is the header. We have here the control pane, the property pane, sorry, where you can add, change your theme color and theme color is here. Purple. Right. Put a name. Here we can add, if we want, we can add the spreadsheet where the data were. We want to show them. And now we are going to just preview it. But if you want to share with some of the users the revenue distribution of the company, that's the only thing is here they can change the values. So in that case, it's not relevant to add the spreadsheet on the dashboard, but in some cases it can be. So I'm going to go back to. Now we are going to talk about fields. There's 25 types of fields, and most of them are supported in FileMaker. So here's the list that are supported and not. If they are not supported, you can get the content by downloading the data and importing it directly in FileMaker. Because there's always an ID. For each record, there's an ID in Claris Studio, so you can make the link with the ID. There's just the attachment fields that you can't get. So. The demo of the field. We'll create a new form view, make a survey. Select form, text, we created from scratch, and we will add directly the fields.
As opposed to importing the data.
Yes. Because this is a survey you're going to share publicly, so normally you don't have any.
Oh, that's right.
Any data.
You're just creating a form.
Yeah. So this is the header. Save. Yeah. Change the title. Okay, and here you can add objects and objects. There's field, so I'm going to date first, and in the property pane you have the field name by default, but you can add a display label. I'm going to put the label directly here. It's a survey from a shop or website. If you want to click required, they have to here is the date format you want to show. And to add, oops, 18, sorry. Oops. And you can select from 1 to 10. We're gonna 6. Oops. This one. Now, show text. Oops, hard. Then good. Now, this one here, and this is for a list. Here, there's two type of list, either a custom list, either the list from another table. No. Add is the phone. And there is a different, you can choose a country, or it uses the country where you are already. So if you select another one, you have the choice to add the country code or not. But when it's down, it's always with the country. And there's always 2 pages. Information. And here we're gonna add text block. Oops. You can choose. Oops. And for the bold, you have the. You can put some code and link URL, or you can make a code calculation directly to show data from something else or another table. Yeah, trying to like that. And here on the last page, you no. Sorry. You can add an URL and it's going to go directly when it closes. Fill in the form. Edit. Yep. So here a calendar. Say yes. So, and you can put a phone number. I'm not sure. Yeah. Not sure how many digits you can put in the this phone number. But, when it's not in the right format, you have an error message.
In digits.
Okay, right. Thank you. So here is the confirmation page, and it goes directly to the URL we put in the properties. So going back to the slides, because in order to share these forms and so publicly and share the form, the other views, you have to have users and attribute roles to these users. So the main one is the manager role, and it can do anything in the developer mode. So it's I will show you on the demo after that. You can invite users, so you can first share publicly and with pre-filled forms. So pre-filled, pre-filled as well fields the form, and you can invite users to share the other views and the data. The member role can only edit data, so add, delete them, they can't modify the structure. So here is the developer mode. It's always active when you logged in. You don't activate. You can only edit the views. So here in the form you will fill it the forms like I showed you in the earlier, and for the other one, so it's a preview. Here on the left, you have the list of users. If you want to invite user, and anyone can be a user. You don't have to have a FileMaker license to be a user. You can invite anyone. Okay, right. So. Here it's pending. So we send an invite. It's quite quick. We see. just show you how to share a form then in the meantime. So here is the share button. You have to enable the sharing link, and you can copy the link when you go there. And you can share this link or put this link on your website or wherever, or send it via email, so as you wish. And you can create pre-filled forms. It shows you here the fields that are on the form. So the field you want to fill has to be on the form. Okay. But if you don't want to show it when it appears on the website, on the page, on the tab, you can add calculation to hide it when it's not empty. I will do a demo because this is not the good one. Well, this show you how it's like. Trash. Well, that. So, yeah. So you receive an email like that, and you click join, and you will end up on the sign in. So if you already have a Claris ID, you can sign in directly. Otherwise, you sign up here, you put your email address. Word is to be. So here. Yeah.
Sasha.
Apparently, doesn't come back. Well, and you receive a code, you put the code, and you can sign in. I'm going to create a new form to show you pre-fill. Oops. Sometimes. I'm going to create new form to show you the pre-filled link. If you want to send to a survey to company you know already, you can change the display label here as well. So here I've got a list of companies with their IDs that was in my FileMaker database. So I exported in CSV and imported in the in Claris Studio, and here I can enter. Oops. So spreadsheet 4 is the name of the hub in companies is the name of the view. So you always has to put the spreadsheet 4, and it's always separated with a dot. So there is the ID, and fill as well the company. So here is the link pre-filled. And in my list of companies here, I can create a calculation field and I paste the link. So it will automatically take the ID and the name of the record you're in. So now you can copy this so in a new tab and you paste. And doesn't come with the ID, but it will take the company name automatically. And after that, you can. So if you want to show it, you leave it like that. But the people can can just leave the field, or you can add a block text with a calculation of the content of the field, or you can hide it with a condition. Yeah. You can have a condition and show hide condition. You choose the field, choose the and the operator. Or you can do a calculation as well. So now we're going to go to file maker directly. Right. One. Here to connect to a team of Claris Studio, you have to sign in to your Claris ID. So if you didn't sign in, you see this, and when you sign in, you don't have to do it every time you open FileMaker. Once you did it, stay like that. It's slower, I think it's because of the Wi-Fi here, because usually it's usually it's quicker, and it doesn't do that. Sign out, okay. So when we do create new, this. We have this link Claris Studio table. When we click on this, you create. And here you can choose your team, and it will show you all the tables you created. So if I want to collect the survey I created in the form 1, I select form 1, and I will get the record I created, so the form I filled in. And there's always record ID here. When we go in Manage Database, you see all the fields you created. If you add a new one in your Claris Studio, you click on Sync to synchronize the changes you made on Claris Studio, and you can also create some fields in FileMaker, but only calculation and summary. Okay. So if I just go to change one. If I want to add an attachment, for example, this one which is not supported. So I will add an attachment, and I will add an email. And I go back. I click on sync. So we can see that email is here, but we don't have attachment. And here, if you want to example, this, you will have it here automatically. So you can change the data and edit the data in Claris Studio and on both sides.
Both ends, and then it syncs it.
Yes, it syncs it. You have to refresh your refresh the data in FileMaker, but it's
And FileMaker is on your computer.
FileMaker is on my
And the
computer.
data is there. It's not on a server or anything else. It's right there.
For the demo, the file is on my computer, but it's on the server. It's not a problem at all.
Okay.
So there's
Either way.
either way. So if I just turn it around.
Studio.
Yeah. And record. Refresh Windows. And here you have it. So you have to refresh the window each time. So told you about the Kanban. I'll show you the Kanban. I don't know if some of you know the app Trello, but it's the same thing, and it's to put some tasks and order in status. And what I did for this one, because when you're on the web, you get signed out quite quickly of Claris Studio. So in order to avoid that, you can put a view, any view, directly in a web viewer in FileMaker. So if I copy the link of my view here, I go in FileMaker. I go in my web viewer. So normally you have this at the web viewer. You paste the link. When you open your file, it will tell you to sign in with your Claris ID, but it does it just one time when you open the file, and if the file stays open all day long, you won't have to sign it again. So, oops.
So you put the link to Studio in a web viewer.
Yes.
Huh?
And here you have your Kanban, but it could be something else. Calendar, for example. You can add a record. So, oops. Dates. 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 Date. Description. 89. here's my enable zip. Yes, and I change the status of this task. I have to refresh window. Sorry, not refresh the window, refresh the web viewer. Sorry. And you can see the changes. And I'm done. So, do you have any questions?
So, like if we were to use this to collect client feedback, they all have to have Claris logins? Because the only outward facing is the form?
No, the form is publicly shared, so
Okay.
you don't have to log in with the Claris ID. That's the only view which we can do that. So for the moment,
That attachment feature that you dragged onto there, is that part of the form view or is that something different?
yes, that's part of the form view, but you can't. It's not supported in FileMaker, so you can't get the data in FileMaker. You have to
Do it externally and then put it.
yeah to sorry up yeah. You will have to go on this one. You will have to create a spreadsheet then and in table action download as CSV. Not for the attachment because the attachment you can't get. You can't. It's not supported at all, so you can't export it in a CSV. But for all the other was list one there. All the other fields not supported by FileMaker, you can get them by downloading a CSV of the Claris Studio data. And the attachments size changed in January as well. It was 5 mega and now it's 10.
If somebody's submitting the form, can attach a document to that form.
It can attach a document that
Then how do you get the dots? Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
that's
Studio. Can't exit.
Stasis.
they are working on that.
You can pull it from FileMaker?
No. Yeah.
See. It's stupid. This one we saw a demo of someone creating a ticket management system. And there was a place for someone to upload their screenshot. But I guess that information just doesn't come through to FileMaker.
Yeah. The only way you can get the attachment is going on each record and download it. For the moment, that is going to change.
Is there a way to fire off an email at the end of, like, let's just say a survey, like email back to the
Yes.
person who filled out the form directly within Studio without having to do that in FileMaker?
Yes. So
Send a notification back to the manager. I was looking at kind of we've received your request kind of email to the customer, right?
there's one way. I think Louis will talk about it in Claris Connect.
Through Connect
tomorrow.
Okay.
But I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
I didn't try it. Go on the full.
Edit.
I didn't try it, but yeah, maybe if you put mail to, maybe do. or it opens an email, but it doesn't send an email directly. So you have to use Connect. Because you can also, on FileMaker, create a script every time there's a new record. You can send an email.
Yeah.
But it's not in Studio directly.
If I have some data in FileMaker and I migrate that to create a TO or Claris Studio table within FileMaker, can I use that table in a new hub?
Yes.
So I could go both ways. I can create the table first because I might want to pre-populate using some FileMaker data and ask people to go and add some information to that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Because here, you. Go back to
If you just pick anything that's already there and just do a new form,
if you create new. Ah, yeah, it was there. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. I will do it, but the right way.
that's fine.
That's spreadsheet. Spreadsheet. Yes. So the thing I populated in the in Claris Studio first. If I've got them in FileMaker, I can do a link after that. So here you have your Claris Studio table. But if you have the same table with the same company ID, oops, yeah. You can company reference was name. You can link both of them, and then you can update the data on one another.
Okay, or I could just take a table that's already in FileMaker and say, convert this to Studio.
Yes, that's what I did first.
Okay,
So
and then I can create a new form and I can say that's the table I want to use. That's pre-populated. Okay.
Not with a form, with a spreadsheet.
With a spreadsheet. But if let me give you the use case. My customer's got a list of people with information about them, and then they want to create an on-the-fly form to ask them to add more information, to get more information with us. But he wants to pre-populate with, say, an email address from a Draco table, and then he wants to create a simple table like that, convert it to Claris Studio in FileMaker, and then create a form in a hub that can pre-populate from the table I created in FileMaker, not from the hub.
That would be two different tables in Claris Studio. So first, it's the thing I showed you, the pre-filled form. First, you import the information you have on the company.
Oh, okay.
And after that, you create your form, and you can.
Okay, but I can't directly create a new form and say the table I want to use is that one in my FileMaker.
No.
Yes, no, they want it.
Is it possible with any of these survey, for instance, can that be embedded in a website so that it
Yes.
so it can be
Embedded in. You copy the link and you put it in your website.
okay? So then the user clicks the link, it goes to
Directly.
Claris instead of.
Yes.
In other words, my thought is if I want to keep my customer on my website and not have them feel like they're leaving my website to go fill out this Is there any way to embed it? So, or is
Not
it?
for the moment.
I was told by Mr. Fraser this morning that you can do that for a form.
Because
In a div or a frame in a
An
website.
iframe possibly or something?
He told me you could actually, so I was surprised, but apparently you can.
Probably outside of the scope of Claris, but with website, you figure out a way to pull
Well,
it.
yeah, because then
However
you
you
can
can
put
pull into a page.
all the theme formatting around it on a WordPress page. So,
as the end of the form on the confirmation page, on the last page, you can put a link to your website, go back on the website.
Still probably not experience though for your user.
Yeah, they're no longer on
They're
your
going to question
website.
why
Now
am I
they're
somewhere
somewhere
else
else.
place to put in my information.
But I didn't show you, but you can here you can put your logo, and you can always customize the form.
What about when you finish filling out a form or survey, whatever you're doing in Claris Studio on the web, and then you log out? Can you redirect it anywhere you want?
Yes, with the with oops, yeah.
So when you're done, it goes to some special page on the Claris website.
She typed that in.
Sorry.
She put that in as the
Yeah.
where to go.
Oops. It's here. On the last page, go to URL and you put URL.
It is.
But that
You
opened
can
in
put
another
that
tab.
any URL or you
Nope,
can.
it stays in the same tab.
Same tab.